Hello everybody. Welcome to Food Allergy Mom Coffee Chat. It is Thursday and it's November 21st. I know all of our American friends are going to be celebrating Thanksgiving in about a week. So that's exciting for you guys. Here in Canada, we celebrate in October. So we've given thanks, but hopefully we're still giving thanks all year round. And we're going to keep on doing that because it's important, right? It's one of the things that keeps us positive and strong is to just look for the good things in life. So us Canadians are going to give thanks with you Americans. So we're going to keep it up. I am live. I'm just checking. I always have to do just a little double check here and make sure that I'm live on Facebook as well as Instagram. I've got both of them going. So welcome to those who are watching and to those who are watching the replay as well. Today we're going to talk about some time management and productivity tips. And so every week, usually what I do is I kind of write a blog post and I post it, and then I go into a little bit more detail in the video. And I try to always post this video in my blog post as well. So you can see it and get the full details as well as read what I wrote in the blog post. So that is what I try to do. I want to let you know that I have got a Feed Your Food Allergy Kids Fast Starter Kit, and you can get that for free. It is at www.friendlypantry.com/starter kit, all one word. Just go to that website, www.friendlypantry.com/starter kit, and you can get my Feed Your Food Allergy Kids Fast kit, and it will give you the steps on how to start doing that. So it's going to make your life a lot easier. So head over there to do that. So who all is watching? Are you guys American? Are you going to be celebrating Thanksgiving next week? Are you ready? Are you panicking? Or what's happening? I'd love to know. Let me know in the comments whether you're watching right now or if you're watching the replay. I would love to know where you're at with all of that. If it's all going smoothly, I really hope it is, of course, like always. I'm cheering for you. So let's start with a few productivity ideas. So of course, Christmas is such a busy time, right? And of course, if you are in the US, it all starts with Thanksgiving, right? So you've got all of that going on, and you just need to really, honestly, what I hope for me in this season and for all of you is just to really find some peace and some calm with your family, and just to really experience the time and not to be rushing. And so one of the biggest things to do that, I find, is to pick the important things. Don't choose too many things. Don't make yourself too busy, because in that busyness, it all gets lost sometimes. So the number one thing I would say is choose your events wisely and carefully, and do what works for you, and so you're not overloading yourself in this time. Because you know what, your kids are not going to be scarred if they don't go to like that skating event or something because you're too busy. They're not even gonna, I mean, if they're little, they won't even know, but there's gonna be other things that you can do if you need to just pare down. So just want to put that out there, just a thought as we go into this busy time. And okay, so the first thing, I'm going to get right into it. I'm going to jump right into it. And, you know, first of all, the first thing is never, ever try to cook an entire meal, holiday meal, the day before and the day of. It just is too stressful. It just does not go well. And the day before and the day of, that's Christmas Eve, that's Christmas Day, that's New Year's Eve and New Year's Day. You don't want to be in the kitchen those whole times. You want to be experiencing the things with your kids. So what I would do and what I like to do is to definitely pre-plan all my meals, all my dishes. And I actually started cooking some of them in October. So I make my stuffing usually for Thanksgiving, for Canadian Thanksgiving in October, and I make a double batch, or probably actually even a quadruple batch, and I do double batch for each thing, and I freeze it. It freezes amazing. So stuffing is one of those things, as long as you package it well with foil and some plastic wrap or a plastic bag, it will keep really well for that long in the freezer. And I know this because in my family, I don't want to brag, hopefully they say that I'm one of the best stuffing makers. So that is one of the things. I know that it lasts in the freezer because that's how I cook it and that's how I make it, and people love it. So I think that is proof that it does freeze well. So as long as you get it nice and moist and not too dry, then you're good. You're going to be good. So what I would say is to choose dishes that freeze well so that you can do that. So I make that one the very first. And then this weekend, I'm actually getting together with a friend, and this has been a long-standing tradition since I don't know how long we've done it for. But she comes over and we do Christmas baking. So we get a lot done in one evening. And when there's two of us, it really helps to she makes two things, I make two other things. And it just gives me a stockpile of Christmas baking. And it honestly, I have the baking then throughout the whole season. I can bring it to any events that I need to bring it to. And I can use it as Christmas dinner dessert. I just had to put a little tray out of all these different baking items, and that's our dessert. Now we always bake allergy friendly gingerbread cookies and just one or two other things outside of my baking time with my friend. So there's just a couple more options, but just having those things is really helpful. And I know it's safe for my daughter, so it's a treat and she looks forward to it because we make the same things every single year. And that was one of my other productivity tips, is if you can make the same things every single year, your kids start to look forward to it. It's a tradition. And not only that, but you start to get really good at making it every single year. So I would say that you just keep on making the same thing so that you have that same product, get better and better at it, and you've got that tradition, which is amazing. The other thing is to schedule the time. So if you're not already meal planning, then that starter kit I talked about at the beginning is going to help you with that. But to get that meal planning going in December is amazing, because if you can get everything right now in my membership group called the Inspired Kitchen Membership, we are actually planning for all of December. So we're going to have all of that awesome stuff done so we don't have to think about dinner times and we don't have to think about what we're making. We can just enjoy the season. So having that off your plate is really, really huge. And so I want you to schedule that now, start to do it, block off the time. So every week in December, I make one dish that's going to be frozen for the Christmas dinner. So that is what you really want to start doing, is scheduling that time and blocking it in your calendar. And those are really the biggest tips. There's a couple more in the blog, but I'm not going to go over them all specifically. You can go to the blog and read them, but that's what I wanted to talk to you about. I hope that helps you this Christmas, and it gets all that thinking about food. You can just relax and enjoy the time, because that's what you really need. So that's what I'm hoping for you. Next week we will be back again and we'll be talking about traditions. So some great traditions for food allergy families. So I hope you'll join me, and I'd love to see you there. Get my starter kit. It's at friendlypantry.com/starter kit. And other than that, bye for now. We will see you next week.